ever spent an entire week wondering if your joke from Monday was funny, or if everyone just laughed out of pity? No? Just me then. Overthinking, my friends, is a global epidemic. It's that pesky little voice in your head that turns a simple decision, like what to have for breakfast, into a full-blown existential crisis. Should I have the cereal? But what if the milk's gone bad? Maybe I should just have toast. But wait, is gluten really the enemy? And let's not even get started on social situations. You know, those moments when you replay a conversation over and over in your head, analyzing every word, every gesture, like when you said goodbye instead of see you later, and now you're convinced they think you're moving to another country. So if you've ever lost sleep over whether you should have used your or your in a text message, this video is for you. Did you know that overthinking is like a rocking chair? It gives you something to do but gets you nowhere. Sounds fun, right? Imagine running on a treadmill, huffing and puffing, only to realize you're still in the same spot. That's overthinking for you, a mental marathon with no finish line. Or picture yourself as a hamster on a wheel, spinning round and round, breaking a sweat but achieving nothing. Overthinking is the brain's version of that wheel. It's like trying to solve a crossword puzzle with 1,000 clues, but you're stuck on the first one. Or it's like being stuck in a revolving door, going round and round but never making an exit. Overthinking is the world's most unproductive hobby. It's like digging a hole, then filling it up only to dig it out again. So unless you fancy spinning in circles like a dog chasing its tail, it's time to put a stop to this overthinking business. So, how do we stop this mind from turning into a hamster on a wheel? Well, apart from the obvious solution of becoming a mindless zombie, here are some tips. First up, let's tackle the big one: distraction. Yes, that thing that usually gets a bad rap. In this case, it's your best friend. When your mind starts spinning like an overcaffeinated squirrel, do something that requires your full attention. And no, I don't mean deciding between the 64 different types of cereal at your local supermarket. I'm talking about tasks like painting a picture, playing an instrument, or if you're feeling adventurous, attempting a new yoga pose without falling flat on your face. Next, we have mindfulness. That's right, the art of being present. Now, I know what you're thinking, but isn't that just another form of overthinking? Well, not exactly. You see, mindfulness is about focusing on the here and now, not the "what if I'd taken that other job 5 years ago?" Or "what if aliens really do exist and they're watching us right now?" So take a deep breath, feel the ground beneath your feet, and remember, the aliens probably have better things to do. Thirdly, let's talk about perspective. Sometimes we overthink because we're too close to the situation. So try stepping back and looking at the situation as if you're an outsider. Imagine you're a cool, detached detective, solving the mystery of your own overthinking. Or better yet, picture yourself as a wise old owl, looking down from a tree and thinking, "Oh, is that all? Well, isn't this a hoot?" Lastly, remember to be kind to yourself. Overthinking often comes from a place of self-doubt or fear. So give yourself a pat on the back, or a piece of chocolate, or a gold star. You're doing your best, and that's all anyone can ask for. And remember, if all else fails, you can always try to overthink about not overthinking. Just kidding. Or am I? Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap. And no, you don't have to overthink this part. Remember, we're aiming to be more like chilled-out sloths and less like hyperactive squirrels when it comes to our thoughts. First, acknowledge the overthinking. It's like spotting a rogue garden gnome in your backyard. You can't deal with it until you acknowledge it's there. Then challenge your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought as big and scary as a Godzilla movie, or am I just making it out to be? Next, practice mindfulness. It's like being a Zen master, but without the bald head and orange robes. And finally, keep yourself busy. An idle mind is the devil's playground, and we don't want that, now do we? So there you have it, a few simple ways to stop your mind from turning into an overthinking hamster on a wheel. And remember, it's okay to think, but don't let thinking turn into overthinking. After all, we don't want to end up like Hamlet, do we?